Now, start at the top. Jan Blachowicz. The guy's just always a dog. He's always an underdog in every fight.
Yeah.
Jan Blachowicz, Aleksander, Rakic. Jan is plus 165 dog. I think, I hate to say it, but I think he is the rightful dog, even though the guy's an overachiever. He was great. He overachieved when he had the belt, and he beat Izzy. I know Izzy came up in weight to do that. And then Jan lost the belt to Glover, which is the last time I think we saw Jan fight, right? Mm-hmm. Then you got Rakic minus 195, 8,700 on DraftKings. Rakic had that miserable fight against Thiago Santos. That was like one of those fucking Esparza fights.
Yep.
It was a very, very boring fight. They were both scared to attack. I remember that fight. He got the nod on that fight. And then his only loss was that split decision loss in his last 10 fights against Ozdemir. He did, I hate to bring it up, but he knocked the teeth out of your boy Lionheart. That was the last time.
That was when he was...
It was 2 years ago.
Yeah, that's when he was like he was having bad shit going on.
But he did not quit. I remember him spitting.
Don't you ever disrespect.
He was spitting teeth out, refusing to
That's
quit.
my boy, dude.
He's on you today, man.
I don't get it. I don't fucking understand it. I just come home. I get off of the airplane, right off the airplane, right to my truck. I didn't even shower. I came right fucking here, passing out at the desk, and he's coming in like a bull in the China
shop. I like Rakic. I think Rakic is the real deal, even though he had that shitty performance against Santos. But I think Rakic wins this fight. But again, every time I pick against Blachowicz, he seems to come through. So I don't know. What do you think?
You said it perfectly before. He is. Listen, I love Jan Blachowicz. I don't think you'll meet a nicer guy in person.
Always power, baby.
But I don't believe that whole thing. I don't know where that all came from.
Power?
Yeah. Is he strong? Does he have power? Yes. But like he actually bought into this Polish power thing, and I get it. Is he strong? Yes. Does he have power? Yes. But he doesn't have this like ridiculous fucking power. Rakic is more powerful than him. He's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's very good on the ground. But I hate to say it, and I hate to say it about such a nice guy, but the guy is an overachieving champion.
Yeah.
He really is. He's an overachieving champion. He's a very good fighter, but he's not a fighter that, if you think Dana White and these guys in the UFC brass want him to be a champion, they don't.
They don't.
Just because you're a nice guy doesn't mean they want you to be a fucking champion, So I think he's live against a lot of people. I think, I think he got a little traction with Izzy because people, like I said, they don't understand about the weight class. They just see that he's got Adesanya's win on his record. He actually talks about it. I'm the first guy to beat Izzy. Reyes was a guy who looked like he was really the part, and he did what he did to Reyes. So he's beaten some great names. If you look at he's beaten some great names.
They're not that great, Mike. Corey Anderson, Salazar.
Well, look what Corey Anderson's doing now.
Yeah, in Bellator.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So he's beating some legit guys. Like he's a legit threat in a light heavyweight division. But he's also aging. He's also an older guy. You can't teach old dog new tricks. And you got someone in Rakic who's almost a decade younger than him, who throws with a lot more firepower. He's a lot more dynamic. He's got a lot more snap in his shots. The only thing that concerns me a little bit in this fight is if Jan gets him to the floor. If Jan get,
he did with Izzy.
I do, but no, Rakic is big enough, right, and strong enough to get up. But you're talking about a 5-round fight now, where Jan has that championship experience, that championship pedigree. Where if he goes into the 4th or 5th round, it's a close fight, and his chin holds up, which I don't think it's going to. If his chin holds up, what happens then? If now they're getting tired, they're getting exhausted, and Jan finds a way to get him to the ground, and starts working his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but I don't think it lasts that long. I think Jan's chin is on borrowed time against a guy like this. I think the body kicks, just the snap and the speed and the crispness of just a younger, athletic striker in Rakic. I think he gets it done here. I think he gets it done inside the distance. And Jan will fight to see another day, but I think Jan's best days are probably behind him now. So I'm going to go Aleksander Rakic by KO TKO.
Do you like you think the line is right? I do.
I do think the line is right. I think it could be a little closer. just because I think there is a little disrespect when you got a guy that has.
There's always disrespect with Jan.
But when you got that champion, that's what I mean. There always is. When you got that championship pedigree, he's been in the 5 rounds. He's been in the spotlight before. He's had the belt. He's been to the top already, where Rakic is still trying to get there. So there is something to be said about that. You know, you're in a main event spot. I think it could be a little tighter, but I think the rightful favorite absolutely is Rakic.
Are you thinking about putting a bet on this one?
I'm going to see how the line moves a little bit, and I want to see weigh-ins. But yeah, there's a possibility.
Rakic by KO probably smells nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to definitely take a look at that. Because like I said, Jan's chin, he could be had.
It could be had. I think what happens here, I think Rakic wins this fight. I think Yuri beats Glover. And I think it sets up Rakic versus Yuri.
That'd be a great fight.
I think that's what it's going to set up. And then that's a really good fight.
That's a great
fight. I don't want to overlook Glover, too, because he always surprises everybody. But
I'm telling you right now, Glover's live in that fight.
I know he's live in that fight. I know, but we haven't seen enough of Prochazka, but
we haven't seen him on his back.
From what we've seen so far,
but we haven't seen him on his back.
No, we haven't. You're right. You're right. So I love to see that fight. All right, next fight on the card: Ian Cutelaba, Ryan Superman Spann. I don't know why Cutelaba is a -210 favorite on this. I think that's a little juiced right there. A lot juiced, really. I don't know. Not that I'm a big Ryan Spann fan, but. Plus 175, he's definitely live. I think Cutelaba wins this fight, but I don't think it should be. And even the price, 8,900. Ryan Spann, 7,300. I like Cutelaba, but not by a lot.
This fight scares me. I'm going to be honest with you. It scares me because Cutelaba, at the end of the day, the guy probably can make middleweight. You know, probably can make middleweight. You got Ryan Spann, who's 6'5". You know, he's going to have a 4-inch reach advantage. Then you have, 4-inch height advantage, crafty on the ground. He's got long rangey striking. And then you got to also be concerned with Cutelaba blowing his fucking cork, blowing his wad 2 rounds in. Now, did he find his wrestling? Yeah, he found his wrestling. But when you find your wrestling, that exposes your neck, and something that Ryan Spann loves to do is wrap up necks. The guy's got a very crafty submission game. The only problem with Ryan Spann is his chin. And that's where Cutelaba can come in. I could see I could see multiple situations here where Cutelaba takes him down and gets his neck wrapped up on the takedown. I could totally see that happening early. I could see Cutelaba taking him down and just putting it on him and knocking him out from with ground and pound. This fight to me is all predicated on how strategic Cutelaba can find his way inside to get in on his hips, take him down, secure takedown, and not get overzealous. And little by little, his game has been getting better. Too slow for my liking. You know what I mean? Like he still has no cardio. He still doesn't know how to pace himself. But it's getting better. Like his game plan is getting better. He's starting to, dictate terms with his wrestling. His gas tank's getting a little bit better. So if he does get better from here, I think that just the pressure of his wrestling, getting top control, pin him, putting him up against the cage at the right spot where Ryan Spann really can't do much. I think he can win the fight. So I'm going to pick Cutelaba, but I'm telling you right now, I could see a situation here where he shoots for an early takedown, gets reckless, Ryan Spann grabs a fucking neck and chokes him. So I don't like the line in any way, shape, or form, but I do think there's probably going to be a finish here. So I'm going to pick Cutelaba.